Okay, today's unboxing is actually going to be a heat wand, basically a foam cutter, electronic foam cutting tool set. This was a really cheap one. I got it on Amazon. Actually, it was a bit of an Easter present. Rather than everyone buying each other chocolates, we all were allowed to treat ourselves. So this is what I opted for, just to give it a try. I've never had a foam cutter before, but I am considering making some terrain, and I thought, well, actually, I'll give it a try. And if this works really well, then great. If I think I need to upgrade, then I'll have tried it out. But actually, it looks pretty good. So I've already had it out of the box, but I thought I'd open it up and show you what's in the box. So this was about £23 from Amazon, so pretty cheap, really. You know, there are much more expensive versions. So inside the box, not entirely sure what that is. I'll find that out in a minute. Power cable, and then you've got the handle for the wand, and then two different wands, different lengths. You can see them. They're 2mm diameter. That one's 10 centimeters long. So, you know, probably good for most things. And you just plug it in. And you can see there's some plugs in there, so it just plugs in. There you go. And there you have a wand for cutting with, a power LED and an on-off button on the handle, and the power goes into the base. So we'll take that out. So two wands for the handle, and then underneath the packaging there's a bow. So again, that looks like about a 10 or 12 centimeter bow with a wire on it, and there's another 10 meters of replacement bow wire in there, because this stuff does tend to break and burn out and so on. So there's plenty of spare wire. And last in the box, a little stand to rest it on so that you don't burn your work surface or your hands. And again, this will plug into the handle and into the handle on-off switch, and it looks pretty good. I'm going to give it a try and show you, tell you a little bit about how I think it works. Yeah, like I say, this is the first time I've ever bought a heat wand, you know, for foam cutting. I've not done any like that sort of thing before, but I was planning on making some stuff, and I was going to do it by hand with a knife, and just the thought of the mess alone made me want to spend the 20 odd quid on a foam cutter. So now that I've unboxed it and shown you it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little bit of foam terrain, try it out, and then tell you how it went. So I thought I'd just test it out on a couple of pieces of different types of foam that I've got, just to see how it works and to show you. So I've got two types here. This is sort of like layered insulation foam, and it's been glued together. I'm not entirely sure what it was glued together with. I got given some spares that was left over from a project my daughter was working on. So I thought I'd cut it, but I'll have a go with the wand. So let's see what happens there. Let's see how easy it cuts through that. Well, very easy. A lot of smoke. I'll have to open the window for better ventilation. Smells a bit bad, but it went through that quite nicely, even with the glue underneath. The layers could do with a bit of sanding, or maybe some filler or something over the top, but actually I'm pretty impressed with how quickly that's gone through that. And incidentally, it heated up pretty quickly. It was cutting within a few seconds of me opening it. So that's sort of like a polystyrene foam, and this is the grey, replaced the old blue foam or pink foam. So again, an off cut. I just thought I'd give it a try and see how quickly it cut. Wow, it went through that like butter. Nice clean cut. Actually, that's going to make for it's going to make it really easy to do edges of terrain. It's a bit hot, so be careful, but that's a nice, yeah, that's cut through that really nice. So actually I'm pretty chuffed with that. Obviously when I've done heels, I'm going to make some heels. There's a lot of smoke coming off of this, as you can see. When I've done some heels, I can cut them. It's going to be so much less mess than trying to cut it by hand. But really good. I'm happy with that. I'll just wipe that wand down. stop the smoke coming off of it. A bit of dirty cloth. I bought a bag of rags, one of my stranger purchases during lockdown, for about £4. I've got enough rag to last me a decade probably, and it's basically offcuts of t-shirt type material. It's great for wiping brushes on and cleaning wands after cutting foam. So there you have it, my new foam cutter. I'm quite chuffed with that, and for £20 I thought that's not bad, and it's certainly going to do the sort of jobs I want. I mean, I'm not into making huge pieces of terrain, but if I'm going to do some small hills and I want to do a bit of shaping, this is going to make light work of that compared to cutting it with a knife and getting mess and everything. So I'm pretty chuffed with that. I'm going to turn that off now and let this cool down, and then put it away, and then maybe I'll have a go with the bow as well. Right, so I thought I'd give the bow a try. I've opened the window now to let a bit of the fumes out. Let's see how that happens. I've just turned it on. Wow, that went through that really easy. You can see how quickly it cuts through that. That's going to make such light work of any modelling project. Nice clean cut, if you can see the edge on there. See if I can do a cut where you can see it. There you go. I mean, that is really nice. And like I say, there's a load of spare wire for this cutter, so I'm really chuffed with that. Let's try it out on the polystyrene. Doesn't go through quite as easy, but that might be more to do with the glue layers between the various layers. So I might have to look up what type of glue to use between layers of foam when I'm making heels. But I'm pretty chuffed with that, how that's done. Let's turn that off, the heating off. Clean off the wire so it stops smoking. Lovely, I like that. As I say, make sure you open a window if you do use one of these, because it did give off quite a bit of a smoke there. But as I say, I'm not going to be doing industrial sized projects. I'm going to be doing small pieces of terrain hills and stuff like that. And now this foam cutter, I'm unreasonably happy with it because it's going to make light work of that project. So I just thought I'd run through some of the specifications that come with this. So this is the GeoChange electric foam cutting toolkit from Amazon. And it basically says here, the box includes a 5cm cutting pen, 10cm cutting pen, and a 10 metre of spare wire for the bow blade. There's a holder, a handle bit there, and the handle itself. And of course the transformer adapter. It's made from stainless steel and plastic, 18 watts, and yeah, let's have a look. Diameter of the bow is 18 centimeters, and the length of the heating wire, the diameter of the heating wire is 0.25 millimeters. But as I say, that cut through things really nicely. So all in all, I'm really happy with that. Working temperature range, it says on here, is about 100 degrees centigrade, and the whole thing is barely any weight whatsoever. Very quick to set up, very quick and easy to use. So yes, I'm very happy with that. My little Easter treat from my wife.